It's time. Basketball U, we are finally here. It's the preseason, and it is time for tryouts. Now, some of you in different states have already probably tried out for your team and probably already playing scrimmages or games. Well, that's okay, because we still have workouts for you where you can do it before practice or after practice, or guess what? You got the weekend, so be sure to utilize your time wisely. It's the Daily Trainer, and I'm here to not only train you, but train your mind, train your body, and train your basketball soul. Yes, here we go, Basketball U. This is the ultimate workout for your ability to be the best basketball player this season that you can be. So, again, we have all the workouts that we've done already, and we are just going to take you through all of them, but now it's going to be a more structured workout. So, now that you know what we're going to do, here we go. So the first thing you want to do is obviously stretch. So I'm not going to take you through that. You can watch our old videos for that, because we've been doing those stretching routines for days and days and days at a time. If you're new, any stretch that you would like to do would be something simple as knee hugs, jumping jacks. You can do lunges. You can do high knee runs. You can do butt kicks. You can do all kinds of runs to just warm up right away. You guys are young, so you'll be able to go right into the workout. So, going right into the workout, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to work on the highest percentage shot in the game, and that, my friends, is layups. Layups are the most overlooked skill in the game of basketball. A lot of people just think, layups are easy, I don't need to work on those. The thing I need to work on is shooting threes like Steph Curry. But really, that's not what we're looking for. We want you to get in a nice groove of understanding how to make the layups. So I'm going to take you through that. So get your basketball. Let's get started. Okay. What we're doing here is, as you can see, we are working on our steps. So when we're doing our layups, the first thing we want to do is we want to understand how we are going to take off. Okay, so you guys there at home, if you haven't worked on this or you don't think it's important, there's a lot of mistakes that you make. So there's one mistake where when you're taking off, a lot of us take off on the same leg. Okay, so what I mean by that is, if we're doing a right hand layup, we are taking off on our right foot and laying it up with our right hand. That leaves us with no power, and that leaves us with a lot of missed layups when we're going full speed in a game setting. So what we want you to work on is using that opposite foot forward first, so that you can learn how to power up off of that left foot and lay the ball up. So I want you to do 10 of these layups, and I want you to be able to make these layups. Okay, now I don't want these layups rattling around the rim. I want them to go smoothly off the middle of the glass and then into the basket. Okay, so we're going to do right hand layups. Your right foot's going to be forward. You're going to step with your left foot, and then you're going to lay the ball up off the glass. Then we're going to go on the opposite side, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, this time your foot is going to be left foot forward. Then you're going to jump off of your right foot and lay the ball up with your left hand. If you are struggling with making the layup, a couple key points: going higher off the glass, and then finding the angle, whether it's the top left corner or even right in the middle of the backboard. So high white line area, you want to throw it right off the middle of the backboard. That's going to give you a high percentage chance even when you're going full speed, because what will typically happen, especially when you hit it in the middle, is it will hit that front rim and rattle in. Okay, so 10 of these layups, work on your form, work on the power, and try to elevate and get the timing of the release as you throw the ball up to make the layup. Now what I want, as we go into these layups, I want you to come with a little bit of a different approach, and you're going to dribble up, work on jump stopping and making layups. Playing off of 2 feet, like I said in the breakdown, is one of the most important skills that you can utilize to be a good basketball player, especially when you're younger, you're not athletic, you want to work on your skill. And so when you work on your skill level, that will always overpower the most athletic. Because what do most athletic people want to do? They want to jump and block your shot. So guess what? A jump stop will allow you to not only let them run by you, but also you can utilize a head fake. And we'll talk about that later down the road as we improve as basketball players. But what I want you to do here is I want you to dribble up. You are going to jump off that left foot, plant with 2 feet on the ground, power up, extend that ball up off the glass, same angle as you would have done at the beginning, and you now will make 10 layups in doing this. And you will do this on the other side, leading with your right foot, then jump stopping again, high off the glass, working on your finishes. And as I'm talking, there's going to be these examples being shown, which you've seen already, but now I'm just breaking them down through the workout. Now, if I was training you in person, this is how I'd be talking to you, because some of us are good and know how to do this already, but then some of us don't understand the speed of it, the technique of it, and how to be consistent in our power. So I don't want to talk to you as if some of you are advanced and you're like, why is he telling me this? Like, I don't know how to do this. You still need to work on this technique. You still need to work on these different basic drills. If you watch your favorite players, when they do pregame warm-ups before their game, they're doing fundamentally sound drills. Whether it's balance drills, whether it's agility drills, or even if it's something in regards to a simple layup or a floater, right? So you want to keep in mind that the fundamentals are essential to your success to be a good basketball player. So remember, 10 layups on the right side, 10 layups on the left side. Let's go. Okay, that's great. So now that you have major layups, awesome. Now we're going to go into form shooting. I don't even want to bore you with trying to get you to do a defensive drill or some agility drills. Let's go right into shooting. Why waste time? But I am going to bore you with form shooting, because we need to set what? A foundation, right? If we don't set a foundation in good shooting, then what are we doing? We're wasting time. Okay, so I don't want you to waste time. So here we go. We're going to make 5 from the right baseline using no backboard. Okay, you don't need an example of that. You understand what that is. So remember, it's going to be one hand like shown here. Okay, you're going to get under that basketball. We're going to find our release point where our fingers are going to rotate that basketball. So what is that going to be? Are you going to use your index finger, which is your pointer finger? Are you going to use your middle finger? Or are you going to use 2 fingers? Okay, how are you going to lead that ball to a consistent mark on the rim? Okay, are you aiming for 3 rings in the back of the rim? Are you aiming for 3 rings in the front of the rim? Are you looking at the top? Or are you looking at the bottom? There's all these different factors that you can do when you're shooting the basketball. You find what works for you. I'm a middle finger release person, and I like to get under the basketball, and I also like to put a little palm on the ball because it gives me a little bit better rotation as I let the ball go. Now, for some, that may make the shot a little bit more flat, but as long as you understand the power and rhythm into your shot before you start shooting jump shots, it will help you with your arc. And so that is why we're going to form shoot first, and that is also why we shoot off the backboard. So moving forward into making our 5 shots, we're going to now go to the middle of the key and make 5 shots, okay? Typically, as we get better, I'm going to make those swishes and not just make 5 shots. So advanced players, if you want to go ahead and challenge yourself, go ahead and swish 5 shots in a row and see how long it takes you to do that. Okay, so don't forget we're shooting 5 in the middle of the key. Then we're going to shoot 5 on the left baseline. Then we're going to take it to the right block, shoot 5 off the backboard. Okay, this is all form shooting, don't forget. And then we're also on the left side shooting form shooting again right off the backboard. How consistent can we make our shot? Okay, so we're not shooting jump shots, we're form shooting right now. Form shooting. Okay, that is key for today. Okay, now we're going to do around the world shooting. So now you're going to jump shoot on this particular drill. And I want you to remember, around the world is the block, in between the hash marks, around the free throw line. If you're at home and you don't have that, let's go 3 spots on the left side of the basket. Let's go 2 spots in the middle, and then we'll go 3 spots on the right side, and then you'll rotate around, okay? So for those who aren't on a court, that's kind of what it looks like. And you're going to shoot 5 shots from each spot. And again, you're going to reverse once you get to the last spot, and you're going to make 5 shots again. So that'll be a good amount of shooting for you, okay? So let's keep that in mind. This is the around the world shooting drill, and it's all mid-range. We don't need to go to the 3. We need to make shots consistently. So do not jump to the 3 and start fading away, holding up the signs, doing the nap thing that Steph likes to do. We don't have time for that. But as we start to make them consistently, we do. Yeah, basketball, you. And have fun with this. You know, as you make shots, get excited about it. It's a feeling more than a form, right? Now we have stationary dribbling. You will definitely be completing these dribbling drills that you have seen in our workouts, okay? So, to take you through it real quick, I'm not going to talk you through pounding the ball over and over again, because then you'll be tired of hearing my voice, and then you won't tune into the show anymore. I need you to be here, to get better, to be the best that you can be. All right, just joking. Okay, so we got right hand pound dribble low. Okay, you know what that is. We got that for 1 minute. We got right hand pound dribble mid. That's right about the knee area. Okay, you really have to make sure you're pounding the basketball. Okay, then we got the right hand pound dribble high. We're not going to stand straight up. You're not going to stand straight up in the game, so please don't stand straight up when you're doing a drill. You're still going to be in an athletic stance, and then you're going to keep control of the ball. Now, if you want to play with how high you dribble the ball, that's fine, but just make sure it doesn't get too high where you can't control it. Okay, you're going to do the same thing. Left hand pound dribble low, left hand pound dribble mid, left hand pound dribble high, and that is going to be for a minute, okay, each. You're going to dribble that arm off. You know what I mean? Then we have our B dribbles, right? We're just going to keep it simple today, and we're just going to keep it about mid-level. Okay, so we're not going to go low and high. We're just going to keep it mid-level on the B dribbles. Okay, right hand first. Make sure you're bringing it across your body because we're really working on the control, and you're still pounding it in between each drop on the B dribble. Okay, B dribbles left hand as well. That's going to be 1 minute. Make sure you're getting it across your body. And then we got our infamous crossover dribble. Okay, today's just going to be basic, nothing too fancy, but the biggest thing I want is speed and snapping that ball for that minute. Just really going boom, 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 just getting it as fast as possible. Like these young men right here on the screen. I'm so happy they came in and did it for me. Imagine if I was doing it, I'd be out there sweating. Okay, so you've worked up a great sweat so far, and I know you've just been listening to me and doing everything I've been saying exactly. Or you've paused me and then you took a water break, which I didn't even give you a water break. So how are you going to do that? But you can do it during some of the commercials we have in between our show. Go ahead and click on the ad. Don't skip it. I'm kidding. Skip the ad. We got to get better, man. We don't got time for that. All right. So now everyone's favorite part, conditioning. All right, now we got conditioning. Yeah. This is my favorite part of the day. Okay, this is where you lose weight. This is where you separate the men from the boys from the children, and the children from the babies. I seen a baby running the other day, and they was running liners, and they was running a pretty good time. They're going to be a great athlete. But we got liners. It's going to be 5 set. Basically, remember, liners are going to be from the initial baseline. You are going to run from the baseline, run to the free throw line. After you run to the free throw line, you're touching it with your foot, and you're coming back to the baseline, half court, back to the baseline, the other free throw line on the other side of the court, back to the baseline, and then full court, touch it, the baseline, of course, and then coming back. Okay, you'll take a break in between. Typically, it's about 45 seconds to a minute. Then you go right back to running it. Now, if we're looking at a timed situation, because you're trying to make a team, and if you can't make a time, maybe the coach says you can't make the team or something, your liner time should be around younger kids about 36 seconds, and then for the older kids running high schoolish, you looking at 31 seconds, 32 seconds. 30 seconds is really elite as far as being an athlete. And with those liners, you're just going to make sure that you're giving full effort. And if you get tired, you're pushing through. Okay. One feeling that you're going to feel is those quads tighten up. And that's really the issue when running as hard as you can. The biggest goal for you when running these liners is once you get past that half court mark, as much as you think you're ahead of time, you want to slow down. You want to pick up your pace. You want to pump your arms more, and your arms are going to go with your legs, and you're going to make that time. Even if you barely make it, you're making the time, and that's what's important, okay? The more you push yourself, the better times you will get over time, okay? So remember, it's going to be 5 times, and then you guys are done for today. Thank you for tuning in with Basketball U. And remember, we are going to be here every day to help you get better and help you try to make your team. And if you can't make it this year, then you're going to try out for the spring and try to make some type of team in the spring. If you don't make it in the spring, you're going to try out for some team in the summer. If you don't make that team in the summer, guess what? Basketball's back, and then you get another shot at trying out. Okay? So if you don't remember anything else, remember this. Someone's always working. Are you?